Everyone, I wanted to go through how to do major assignment 4 annotated bibliography. The first thing that you should do is go to the assignment and download this example file. In this file, I have made a template for you. I recommend that you go and you do File, Save As, and then you save this file and you work with this one because it's all set up for you. You can see that you would put your last name and the page number on the upper right heading. To reach that, you just double click and you just change my last name to your last name. And also here, fill in your name here. You can keep this heading, my name, the class, and the due date. For here, put in the topic that you have chosen. And I'm going to show you in just a moment how to choose a topic from the Opposing Viewpoints database. Then you're going to copy and paste in the citation. Again, I will show you how to do that. And you're going to have 2 citations with 2 paragraphs each. Each paragraph should have at least one quote from the database article that you're using. And those quotes should be sandwiched. So you should have a top slice of bread that introduces the quote. Then you should have the filling is the quote itself. And then you have the bottom slice of bread that explains the quote. So in this example, the top slice of bread is, on the one hand, those who are against dress codes argue that they violate students' First Amendment rights to freedom of expression. For example, a group of students in the 1960s were not allowed to wear clothing to school that symbolized their opposition to the war in Vietnam. These students challenged the dress code in the U.S. Supreme Court, which ruled in their favor. According to the article, this is all a top slice of bread because you're telling your reader really important background information about the topic, and you're also introducing the quote. And then this is the filling, the quote itself. Quote, "This decision established a precedent that student dress was protected under the First Amendment," end quote. And then I put in the citation here. There's not an author for this article, so I just put the article title. Then you need to have a bottom slice of bread where you explain the quote. "Therefore, it has been established that what students wear to school is protected by the First Amendment." I do the same thing in the next paragraph. And then for the second entry, again, I do the same thing. I copy this over from the database. I make sure that it's formatted correctly. For the citations, you have to do what's called a hanging indent. You'll see up here in the ruler, this one is at 0.5 and this one is at 1. And it looks like this if you go to paragraph, hanging. You'll also notice that I went to, I double checked which words needed to be italicized from the database. And here, I'm doing exactly what I did in the previous entry. I'm using 2 paragraphs with at least 1 quote per paragraph. Now, 2 things I want to point out here. For this one, as Professor Robson points out, quote, "School dress codes also raise questions of equality," end quote. You'll notice that I did not put in an in-text citation after the quote. I don't need to do that here because I already put the author's name in the lead-in to the quote. You'll also notice that the punctuation for the quote goes inside the quotation marks. Here, however, I did not mention her name in the lead-in to the quote, so I have to put the author's name in the in-text citation after the quote. And in this situation, the punctuation for the quote goes after the in-text citation. Now I'm going to show you how to find the opposing viewpoints database. It's very similar to how you found the citation for Journal 9. Go to the library homepage, go to Articles and Databases. Here, we're looking for a specific database, so you want to go to Database List. We're looking for the opposing viewpoints database. So you go to O and opposing viewpoints in context. So there are a bunch of issues that they have here. Choose any issue that you think is interesting. Like I chose school dress codes. So I'm here. I'm clicking read more. This is the first article that I used, and I got the citation from here, MLA 8th edition. I simply copied it and I pasted it over to the document. Then to find another article, I went to the side here and I saw more like this, and I chose this second article here. I chose 2 quotes from it and I copied this citation over into my document. So please reach out to me if you have questions about this. The final draft of this is due on December 17th, but we are going to be spending the rest of the semester workshopping this. So please give it a try and let me know if you have questions.